Alright everybody, welcome back to another layout challenge video. Today I'm going to be building a 1.0 layout, or a layout that could have been made in 1.0. And I'm going to be using the song Stereo Madness, because, I don't know, I think that adds a little extra spice to it. But yeah, this should be fun. What I want to do is I want to start with a memory part. Now that's weird, right? But too bad. How do we start this memory part off? Now I'm not a big fan of memory, but when I create it, I know how to do it, so I don't have to learn it. So here's what we got of our little memory start so far. So for this first part, I'm going to have very sporadic objects, not many full-on structures for this memory part. Alright, now I've entered a ship part, so I want to do some type of straight fly thing, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to have too much straight fly, even though I might, like, kind of need to depend on it at some point, just because how the game works. So this part's going to have this type of structuring, by the way. Alright, so you're going to have this wide since you're recovering from a dumb transition. So I'm just working on some structures here, nothing crazy, but something I've noticed is that, like, I don't know, I didn't think I'd have this much freedom with ship gameplay. It feels weird. It'll probably get harder as I go on, but I don't know. So far, it's not been that bad. Something I haven't used yet is the yellow pad, which definitely existed in 1.0, so I'm going to start doing that. Unfortunately, this is going to kind of have to become a timing level, much as I kind of don't want that to be. There's not really other options for cube gameplay to make it difficult. I'm trying to make this around, like, medium demon difficulty, maybe. Like, I could try to do a variation of, like, quick changing gameplay, but there's only so much I could do in that regard. We'll see. The only other option is memory, and I want to avoid memory somewhat. So quick detour, I know I've, like, found a way to create, like, a few different types of orbs just with yellow orbs and portals. So if you want to make a blue orb, you put a yellow orb right before a yellow portal. Hang on. Or you can put it like above, I guess. If you want to make a black orb, you do this. See how it like shoots you down. I'll probably end up using these at some point. And obviously everybody knows that you can make a green orb with just like that. And of course I can make a red orb like this. But yeah, I might end up using these, I might not. I don't know. Red orb, probably not. Also, I'm trying to make this sync somewhat. It's not going to be perfect, just because there's such limited options. Alright, so here we're at, like, the mini drop, I guess. So I have a really cool idea for this part. It's a bit memory, but it's still cool. I think you guys will like it. So the idea here is that you go into these little structures, you hit the yellow pads, and then while you're out, you mess around with some portals, and try to make sure you have the right gravity for the next one, then it continues on. Alright, so I pretty much finished this part. I might add a bit more structure to make it a little bit more interesting later, but for now we're just gonna move on. So I want to make this next part a bit more fast-paced and, like, entertaining, I guess. The idea is that I can, like, do some more unique game mechanics and change between cube and ship frequently, and just kind of create a 1.0 experience that you haven't had before, you know? And this part, to sort of match the craziness, I also want to make the structures a bit more unique, so I have a couple of ideas for that. I hope you can see where I'm going with this. Look at this absurd amount of portals, though. This is kind of annoying. I don't like the amount of portals I'm having to use here, but you know what? I'm gonna have to kind of get over that, because it's a bit necessary with such limited gameplay options. If I could, this could just be a black orb. This could just be a green orb. Alright, I just played through what I have so far, and I think it's pretty good, especially for being 25 seconds in already. So I think that's where I'm going to stop building for today. It was a bit, I'm building for about 45 minutes. But yeah, I think I made some decent progress, and I think as I progress, I'll be able to build a little bit quicker. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright everybody, welcome to day 2 of the 1.0 layout. I'm super excited to keep working on this. I had a blast on day 1, so let's just get straight into it. The first thing I want to do is just want to complete this structure here, because it's kind of bothering me that it's incomplete. Okay, so here's the corridor. Basically, it's going to be like that one part in Hatred. You know the part I'm talking about. It's going to be obviously changed to fit with 1.0 style. So I think you can see what I'm going for so far. It's like kind of learny, I think. You'll get used to it after a while. It's not that bad. So I'm going to be using these, what should I even call these? I guess yellow pad, basically as saws. I'm going to make sort of a corridor here, I think. Obviously, I'm going to have to make it turn ship for like half a second again, because, you know, naturally. For only having 2 game modes available, I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Trying to keep the gameplay relatively fresh for like each part, I guess. Alright, so we've got another section. I think I want to do another fast-changing part, I guess, sort of. But it's going to be more ship-focused this time, I think. Check this out. You fall into a cube for a bit, and then you have to recover. That's fun. I like that. I'm going to move it down so the camera stays consistent. Alright, you guys ready for me to reinvent the ball game mode? It's happening right now. Ball game mode reinvention. Let's go. There we go. We got some ball gameplay going on. 1.0 style ball gameplay. Wonder how many of the vehicles I could invent. I could not do robot, spider, or wave. I could do UFO though. Actually, yeah. I'll do a UFO part at some point. I was thinking about that actually. But that's going to be all for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Alright, layout challenge. So the goal here is to, for this part, I just want to make another cube part, satisfying, fun, and then we'll do a UFO part, which is actually just a bunch of yellow orbs everywhere. Okay, now I need to spam yellow orbs everywhere. This should be fun. Okay, and then we'll take this row. So I'll delete ones where I put stuff, like structures or anything like that. Actually, I could, let me do this, let me check something real quick. Yeah, so I could afford to delete them like this and like across. Okay, so I think that's about as far as it goes, yeah. Alright, that looks way better, actually. That's not so overpoweringly and annoyingly bright. Anyways, let's just start with some normal gameplay to get people, like, used to it. It's obviously going to be a shorter part, so I don't need to do this for too long. What do I even do for this end part, dude? I feel like I need to do something, but I think just, like, standard gameplay will work. Should I end with memory? Ooh, that'd be evil. So that takes you directly into that portal, which is what I want, but if you don't hit the orb and just let the thing carry you, you still go into the portal, but guess what? Death will happen because you'll crash into this. No, I was about to fluke. No. Let's go, baby! Oh, yes, dude, that did not take too long. Alright, sweet. I'll probably upload this when the video comes out, so I'll put the ID in the description or pinned comment at that point. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy.